Good morning. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Lovely day out there. I think it was around 72 degrees. And here we are for our Monday morning, February 22nd gold and silver update. And we're going to kind of delve into cryptos here a little bit. We've been talking about that for the last year or so. So one thing I want to mention is the potential upside of a gold-backed crypto, as you can see, which would probably break that six figures pretty handily, and we'll get to that in a moment. And let's talk about cryptos in general, because it looks like the crypto market's having a tough day. But don't worry, crypto folks, us precious metals peoples have had tough days as well, and we will continue to see some tough days. But overall for precious metals, it's just a blip on the screen. We're in a full-blown bull market. Doesn't look the same as your bull market in cryptos, but we are in a full-blown, very safe bull market here that we're going to see steadily tick up over time. Again, cryptos look like they're down below, Bitcoin below 50,000. It looks like it hit a high at 58,000 this week. Holy crap. In our market, they would call that a bubble, but I'm not quite sure what we're calling it with cryptos. One of the things that concerns me a little bit is that with cryptos especially, is that you've got big whales in the crypto business. Now, we're used to whales in the precious metals business, and we've known for years that they've manipulated precious metals. In fact, JP, or one of them, just got fined, what was it, $98 million, almost $1 billion, $980 million or something like that, fine, with criminal charges withheld, maybe to be brought up again in the future if they mess up again. So basically JP is out of the gold and silver manipulating market as far as blatantly doing it by spoofing and all the ways they were doing it back then. But however, cryptos are a unregulated market, pretty much completely unregulated, more or less. And even if they were regulated, like precious metals markets, the regulators are complete morons. They don't know what to do. Remember Bernie Madoff? Boy. So if you think regulators are going to help you in the crypto market, folks, you're mistaken. The problem with the crypto markets, it was once the wild, wild open west where you could go out, stake your claim as a little guy and do well. But now the big whales are in there. And you see what the whales do to little fish like us. This is us. See us around here? That's the big whales in the crypto market. And in an unregulated market, man, they are going to eat. They're going to fill themselves up. Speaking of cryptos, Elon Musk, he is not a messiah. He's a very naughty boy, in my opinion, because he's going out there just simply saying something, creating markets going up. And I think he realized his power back when he said something about Tesla. Remember when he came out and the SEC or someone was saying, listen, you shouldn't be saying this. You're not supposed to be saying this as the owner of the company. You're kind of manipulating your stock. Well, maybe that's what he's doing a little bit with cryptos. However, that's a shady area, gray area, not shady area, but that's a gray area in my opinion, whether that's legal or not. But you still have to question yourself. If someone of great influence, an icon out there, comes out and says something's going to go up, I'm buying this, and everybody just buys it because they buy it, that's like a populist type deal. Isn't that a populist investment? Not necessarily a smart one. If Mr. Musk came out and said, hey, I'm buying Bitcoin, here's the reason why, this, and this is why I think it's going to go up, and you read that and you listened to that and you followed that advice, or you didn't follow that advice, I get that. But just because someone says something that's really famous and it creates a market to move up and down, that's just insane in my opinion. And that's kind of what, look, his Twitter right here. That said, BTC and ETH do seem a bit high. So what happens to Bitcoin and ETH this morning? They get hammered. Bitcoin gets hammered by $8,000 per coin or something. They're crazy. I mean, these are just insane numbers, up and down. So like a roller coaster, holy crap, and an extreme roller coaster at that. And again, based on what one man says. That's a scary market to me, folks. Let's see, there's his Twitter. Nope, says try again. Well, anyways. Don't like that. That disturbs me a little bit, that one person in a populist type comment, or people are reacting to a populist type thing. I'm not even sure if I'm using the right word, populist. But the fact that Elon Musk is just so well known and that he says, I'm buying Bitcoin, people just jump into it. So is Elon a genius? I don't think so. No. I think Elon Musk at this moment has more money than he has brains, and that's my opinion. Just my opinion. I can't take anything away from the guy, though. I do think he's a genius in many things. He was a genius in getting where he's at to some degree, but that doesn't make you a genius in everything either. I've met quite a few multi-millionaires and maybe even a billionaire or two that I looked at them and I said, how the hell did they even make that money? But you know how they did? They knew one thing or a couple things very well. They did it very well. They got lucky. They were in the right place at the right time, and that's exactly who Elon Musk is. He was a very smart gentleman doing the right thing at the right time at the right place and made a fortune doing it. My opinion at this point, I don't know. He's not proving much to me. So I don't think he's a genius. I just think he was the right guy at the right place and did well. And the fact that he's just says something and the market goes up or goes down, that's insane, folks. I wouldn't trust that market at all. That's my opinion. And on to new gold-backed crypto breaks $100,000 level. Wow. You know what? As soon as someone comes out, and I think we're going to go into this in a second here, may have already. I've got to do some research, and any of you crypto folks out here that can expand on this and let me know what you think is a good gold-backed crypto, I'm in. I'm going to seriously consider this. I like the idea of a gold-backed crypto. It's kind of like, it's a good way, it's like an ETF in my opinion, except if the crypto is actually attached to a real piece of gold with a serial number, that is very appealing to me because, number one, you don't have to necessarily store it for yourself. There's a lot of appeal there to me as a gold guy if someone comes up with a good gold-backed crypto. I love it. And I typed in gold-backed crypto under DuckDuckGo, and I came up with a bunch of these things. A complete guide to gold-backed cryptocurrency, which I'm going to read here shortly. Again, I just thought about this report, or doing this on cryptos just before I did it. Kind of a crazy morning. And this is all unscripted. So, no, I did not read all about gold-backed cryptos yet, but I'm going to. That's going to be my homework today. I did read that somebody, who was it? DGLD is a gold-backed digital asset that is a central element of the gold token network. I'm going to read more about this gold-backed cryptocurrencies or gold-backed cryptos. I like the idea behind it, especially, again, if it's in an allocated account. So, for example, if I own this crypto or this particular gold token coin, and I know that it's inside the vaults at the Australian Mint or some well-trusted place that's not going to go bankrupt or belly up or steal your stuff, boy, that's very appealing to me. And I'd probably support it and even try to be someone that helps sell it, a broker of it. So that's just my opinion. However, what the issue we've got right now is that we don't have a gold-backed crypto, and cryptos aren't backed by anything, and that's what scares me the most. There's nothing tangible about them. There's nothing backed by them. And again, that does frighten me a little bit. I like the idea of having something physical in my hand that's been around for 5,000 years. It's made by stars, not made by some guy named Satoshi or whatever his name is. And that bothers me too. I'm going to do a little longer report on crypto, hopefully over the weekend, which I'm going to touch on some things like, why is Bitcoin so popular when it actually it got its foundations and started on Silk Road, and that guy's in prison on Silk Road, and they use Bitcoins in illegal transactions. They don't know who the real creator of Bitcoin is. It could be some Japanese guy, or it could be the CIA. Nobody really knows, and any of those are possible. How is this kind of gray area encrypted token, encrypted game credit has been accepted as money is just beyond me, especially when its original source and where it came from is very shady or gray. Nobody knows who created Bitcoin. That'd be the first question I would ask before I invested in something like that. However, I can't diss cryptos. People are making money on them, and I am a capitalist. If you're making money on something, I'm all for that, but I feel the same way about Las Vegas as well. So, if you're making money in Las Vegas, I'm good with that. So, let's take a look at ZH here. Not much really in news on precious metals, even though gold and silver are up nicely today. Texas freeze, cryptos are puking. Again, gold and silver have been on the radar for the last couple of months. Not too much this week, and I don't know quite why, even though the markets are up. So let's get out of zero hedge here and move over to gata.org. Looking at a couple articles there, and I'm not going to get into heavily either. I'd sure like you guys to start reading this yourself. This is gata.org. As part of your homework, and it make you smarter than the average bear and smarter than most people on precious metals. But according to this, and again, I'm not going to click it because of leasing, gold supply is tighter than it seems. Well, we've known that for a long time, but still, good article to read. Nothing here, again, I really want to get into because it's kind of stuff that we've talked about hundreds and hundreds of times. And again, I just start to sound redundant at some point. Let's get into gold and silver markets real quick here. What's happening with the U.S. dollar? I'm going to refresh this right here. Where is my refresh? Doggone it, I should know this. I've been in this thing enough times. There we go, right there. I think I need some more glasses. Dollar index, 1 day. Look at the dollar down here from 4 a.m. Why does the dollar seem to either tank or go really crazy between 4 and 8 a.m. every day? Take a look at that. I've always noticed that pattern. 4 a.m. is the start of it. So anyway, dollar kind of down here. We're going to go over to our other chart, which is the gold chart, which is going to show me that the gold has slowly moved up. Let's take a look at the 1 day chart here. A little more easier to look at. There you go. And let's see, is that between 4 and 8 a.m.? Well, go figure. Between 4 and 8 a.m. we've got that up market. That's a pattern I've noticed for the last couple of years now, and that we've been talking about for the last year on these videos. Well, I am super busy. I got this report started late. I've got got so many things going on. I got customers in the store. I got the phone ringing off the hook. So I do apologize for rushing through today's report. Where am I going to go from here? Buy local. And why am I saying buy local? Because I'm going to show you what the markets are and what I think the best deals are of the day. And if you're buying gold, silver, and precious metals, I always if you're buying tires, I don't care what you're buying, I always recommend you buy local. Keeps the money local, and the local merchant spends that money locally, and his family and maybe even your neighbor might work for that local merchant. So buy local. Try to avoid buying online when possible. But if you have to buy online, you have no good coin and precious metal shops within 100, 200 miles of you, or within a good drive, then there are a couple good places to go. APMEX, JM, and SD Bullion are some of the better online retail sellers of precious metals. However, I will tell you, part of my advertising is that I say that I will always beat the online retailers, the big online retailers like APMEX, SD Bullion and JM Bullion. Even though I like them, I got to tell you, I'm just as competitive, and I'll beat them prices. The downside is you have to live locally, and that's why I always talk about buy local. You have to live locally because I don't do online sales and I don't do phone sales yet. But meanwhile, if you don't have a good shop around, I just recommend sticking with APMEX, SD, or JM Bullion. And looking at their prices today on what the best deals are, American Eagles are still overpriced in my opinion. And let's see, not as low as $19.80. Pre-sale, pre-sale, pre-sale. No Eagles available. Holy crap. And the ones that are, the premiums are quite large on. Looks like we're still looking at $160, $170 premiums on here. As I said, if you want Eagles, I can beat their prices, all these guys' prices. However, I don't recommend buying Eagles. I think a better deal would be gold maple leafs. And let's take a look at silver real quick. What's available in silver coins? It looks like, I'm going to view all products here. It looks like top picks. It looks like some silver Eagles are still available, but holy smokes, 41 bucks. Folks, don't buy silver Eagles in my opinion. I can sell them cheaper than this. I can probably get them down at 38 bucks, something like that, $37, $38, cheaper than anyone online. However, if you come in my store, I'll still tell you they're too much money. There's better products to look at. Looks like they're sold out of a lot of other products besides silver Eagles. And again, I wouldn't recommend buying them. I just think they're overpriced. That's my opinion. So based on, and I think JM Bullion and SD Bullion are in similar situations. They're pre-sold, they're sold out, they're taking orders on a lot of things. And silver Eagles and gold Eagles are primarily what they have. And then, like I said, folks, in my opinion, they're overpriced. I've got them here, but I'll steer you to some other products that we have that are better priced for sure. I have a great deal on 90% U.S. silver coins, which is called constitutional coins right now. If you get here fast, you can probably take advantage of that. I'm cheaper than probably anywhere you can find in the country. Well, that's really about it. This is, oh, no, it's not. I got to talk about spot prices. Oh, my gosh, I was trying to rush through this video, and I do apologize again. Let me do a refresh here and see where we're at. 18.10, holy smokes, up 25 bucks. I just refreshed. Last I looked, it was $17.99. This is looking great, folks. And look at silver busting that 27,889 mark. When equity markets are down, crypto markets are down, everything is down, the dollar is down. Gold and silver are doing well, folks, and this is why we own it. It's been around for 5,000 years. It has a good history, a good track record, and if you have it in your hands, you don't have to worry about someone going bankrupt. You don't have to wake up in the morning and hear your gold and silver went bankrupt, or the people that held it went bankrupt. That's one of the beauties of it. And the nice thing about gold and silver, too, it's made by stars that collided, rare events. There's only so much out of it. It wasn't made by some guy named Satoshi or whatever. And it's not controlled by a bunch of sharks and whales. It is, but it's not. The physical's not. The paper is. This is why I'm always telling you, avoid paper, gold, and silver. Buy physical. Buy physical. You're much safer with it, and you'll eventually put these paper guys out of business if we all follow that advice. Well, that's really about it. Crazy market today. Great day to be in gold and silver and precious metals, that's for sure. And if you got any questions, call me. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Call me anytime, 954-493-8811 between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Happy to answer any questions you have and help you with being a smarter purchaser of precious metals and whatever you may need. Thanks for watching again. Have yourself a great day. And gosh, there goes my phone again. Talk to you soon. And if anything happens that's crazy today, too, I'll come back and do another video. If not, talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.